Yo, what's good party people? It is Afro Pierre here and you are watching AFROCHIBI Champs TCG channel. Now, this is going to be the first set of the rules. I'll be doing a bunch of videos about the rules and the gameplay of it. And yeah, we're going to get started with basically what is AFROCHIBIs. So AFROCHIBI Champs is a game that is focused on fictional and non-fictional characters. They're influenced by these icons of this world. For example, you got that guy right there. He is obviously kind of like the AFROCHIBI version of Superman. So an AFROCHIBI is an Afro hairdo with a chibi face or chibi character. So pretty straightforward there. So yeah, that guy is card 1 of the AFROCHIBI set 1. He is a power 6. And yeah, I'm going to go into a lot more details with the powers and what it's all about and the other card types. So card type 1 is AFROCHIBIs, and then you have card type 2, which is tactic cards. Now with the tactic cards, they're broken down into 3 sections known as equip cards, land cards, and power cards. We're going to go into all of that in just a few moments. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. The first thing I want to mention is the kind of cards I'm using today are just demo cards. So they're not the real official cards. They're just going to be the general layout of the cards. It's my sketch character, not the actual shaded one. But yeah, it's just used so I can do a lot of game testing with my friends and used for when I teach the game to people. All right, so the first card I'm going to show you is an AFROCHIBI card, and this is Sasfro. So Sasfro, as you can see here, he has his name on top left. On the right side, you've got their attack stats, and you've got their HP on the bottom right. As you can see here, it says power 1. Now, power 1 means that is their power rating. So that's their power level in general. Power means something, but I'll go into that in a second. But you got your attack roll, because the game is played with a dice. So moving AFROCHIBIs, your aim of the game is to move your AFROCHIBIs into strategic positions, and you can work together with your other AFROCHIBIs, but your main goal is to defeat your opponent's AFROCHIBIs and or attack their main base. So the reason why I say and slash or is basically you could just attack all their AFROCHIBIs and score 20 points. You get a point for defeating AFROCHIBIs. If you can defeat 20 of them, you get 20 points, you win the game. But if you attack their main base, then you can get higher points. So this example right here, it says power 1. This is what we're going to go into. Now, if you can get to their main base, it means you're going to attack their main base for 1. So these are kind of like your pawns of the game. I probably wouldn't use a power 1 to attack the main base because I might as well just fight AFROCHIBIs for 1 point. So you'd want a stronger AFROCHIBI, which you'll see shortly. So as well, you can also see it's card 9. It's a rare and it's a fighter type. Now, the type of cards, there are 6 types of AFROCHIBIs. They mean something, but at the same time, they're not be all and end all. You can collect all the different types and build your team from there. But you just got to be on the lookout for tactic cards that kind of help these types or that might hurt these types. So you got to really, really think about that as well. So as you know, that's your generic card, and I'll put them here for now. We're going to kind of step it up a bit. So you still got a power 1 right here. This is Dex, very, very good card. It is a common card, a blaster type. Now blasters usually have a radius attack roll. Dex doesn't because he has an ability, but yeah, usually blaster cards will tend to have radius more than any other type of cards. So if you want to just collect blaster cards and then do focused radius attacks only, where you can attack from afar, then yeah, good luck with that. So as you can see here, the stats are slightly different to Sasfro's. With Dex as well, so I mentioned his ability. So it reads, if this AFROCHIBI is on the field, you may draw an extra card on your turn. Now, when you use an ability from your AFROCHIBIs, you have to turn it face up, because in the game, all cards, your opponent's and yours, are face down. So keep that in mind. You would reveal him, so it'll be in a vulnerable position, because he might be like, attacked by your opponent, because you'd be like, that's a good card. Man's getting an extra card. I don't like him going through that deck. So yeah, good cards to think about. Cards with abilities and cards that can get you an extra one. That's Dex. Okay, so up next, we're going to be stepping it up even higher with a power 6. This is the bulk. You might have seen him before in my previous videos. The bulk is a power 6 for a good reason. He's super strong with his 450 attack and 450 HP. He's a super rare. The highest you can get is a legendary type or legendary class. So you have common, rare, super rare, and then legendary. So this guy is just one behind legendary. Now, with power 6s, you'll tend to have their attack roll a lot higher. So it's a lot less of a chance to kind of implement damage, but at the same time, man, like they can really save your life. So yeah, they'll usually be about 5 or higher. There's a few exceptions in the game, one being that guy. Look how smug he looks, man. So yeah, he's a 4 or higher. He's a lot faster. So, but yeah, you'll keep that in mind as well. If you do want to get a power 6 into the game, then the best thing to do is a power summon with the AFROCHIBIs that you have at the start of the game. You can power summon with as many AFROCHIBIs as you want, as long as it's at least 2, basically. You can't do 1. So yeah, they have to make up the power 6. So 2 power 1s only make 2. So sadly, they can't make a power 6. But if you had another 2 level 1s and then 1 level 2, then yeah, you're good to go. So yeah, keep all of this in mind as I go further in the rules, in the rule videos. Another thing I would definitely want to introduce you to is power 0s. So you have the highest currently is power 6 and the lowest is power 0s. Now the reason why I didn't show you at first is because they're quite special. Power 0s, they already you can see by the stats they're a lot stronger than a power 1. You can't have them at the start of the game, sadly. You have to collect them from the deck. Oh, not the camera there, my bad. Yeah, so you gotta get them from the deck, and you can free play them from your hand, meaning it doesn't cost any AFROCHIBIs. So there's no sacrifice of power summons, just like power 6s are. You play them for free. It'll still cost you something in the game, which I'll explain in the next video. But in general, you are not losing any AFROCHIBIs. They'll go onto your land 1, which is where your main base is occupied. And then from there, you can move forward or use them to defend your base. It is up to you how you want to do it. But yeah, so as you can see, it's a super rare because of how great he is. He is the strongest power 0 currently in the game, 4 or higher, 200 attack. So if you see a 200 attack or higher, you're in the pocket. You're good to go. So yeah, another thing to add with Rain and other power 0s is their stats they can be very, very sporadic. So I mean, where he's great, there are some level 0s that are lower than a power 1 or the same stats as a power 2. Basically, it's anything goes with power 0. So be on the lookout for some power 0s. We're going to move on to our equip cards. So again, these are your section 1 of your tactic cards, and this is equip cards. Here's one example. We got the incredible Power Bean. So it's just a nice normal common. What it does, it gives you a boost. So equip cards can give you a stats boost of attack, HP, maybe both. They're just great to equip stuff onto your AFROCHIBIs. As I mentioned before, in the real game, the cards I'm currently designing properly, they will have equip slots on the left side. So you'll see how many things you can equip to any character. By equipping, so imagine you're facing your opponent, you can equip face down, or you can equip and reveal straight away. It is your choice. If you have it face down and you are attacked, you can then show it off and be like, bam, you can't kill me, man. I've just got 30 boost on my HP, put me on 150 in your face. So yeah, keep that in mind. Another example of an equip card is an equip card that is kind of designated for a specific AFROCHIBI or an archetype AFROCHIBI. So this is Shell Armor, which is used for, you can boost your HP by 20 for any AFROCHIBI, or if you do want to use the specifics, which enhances the boost, you could use it for an artist AFROCHIBI. So if you see artist something, then you know that you're good to go for Shell Armor. And an example of an artist AFROCHIBI is the Blue Artist. So this is the Blue Artist. I wonder what type of AFROCHIBI this is based on, but yeah, it's pretty obvious. Blue Artist, so this is a power 2, attack of 100, which is great for a power 2, and HP of 70. So power 1s and 2s are quite close in stats. You'll get some exceptions where you get real good strong power 2, but a great power 1 is Sasfro, who has an attack of 80 that could really destroy a power 2, which is not good. So stuff like this, equipping Shell Armor to your power 2 would enhance its stats not by 20 but by 40. Okay, so the attack will boost it by 40. So again, something to keep in mind. That's your equip cards. Yeah, moving on to your land cards. We got 2 examples. First one being Warrior Dojo. Warrior Dojo is great to have because basically it is a land card. So this is something you can place down on the actual land zones or rows. So I've mentioned land 1 before. There's land 2, land 3, land 4. Okay, in the pyramid game, you can place it anywhere. This one is specifically good for the fighting type, which I mentioned before. You have stuff that can boost certain cards or certain type of cards. So with a land card here, this Warrior Dojo, you can play onto any land space, boost attack by 50 to fighting type AFROCHIBIs when occupying this land. So an example, quick example, you have Sasfro here, and he's facing an opponent who is very dangerous. Let's say someone like, bam, right here. So 120 HP Rain has against Sasfro. You didn't realize that he was here because you've attacked. It was a hit. You reveal your opponent's card and you realize he can't, he's going to kill you. So basically what you should kind of think about doing is placing a land card on your land, or if you're attacking your opponent on their land. And Warrior Dojo boosts the attack of only fighter types. So it doesn't boost the hero type cards, it's only fighting types. So this is a perfect example to use. Warrior Dojo will boost his stats, his attack stats by 50, putting him on a massive 130, which is able to kill Rain. So keep that in mind when you want to strategize and play the game. You play them from your hand straight onto the land. All right, so that's your example there with Warrior Dojo. Another type of land card which is great to stop powerful cards such as this guy, is cards like Avalanche. It reads, play onto any land space. This will trap anyone who is on it. Must roll 5 or higher to escape. Once escaped, they can remain on top of it, meaning they can't just fall into the avalanche again. But it's great because, again, it forces your opponent to use up their turns trying to roll out of it while you can implement your strategy or get past that character, whatever you got to do. So Avalanche is a great land card to just place on top of AFROCHIBIs to stop them where they are. It is a double-edged sword. If your AFROCHIBI is on there as well, they will be trapped. So keep that in mind. But yeah, that's that. All right. So we only got 2 more cards to show, and we're going to move into the third section of your tactic cards. This is the creme de la creme. These are power cards. Power cards are amazing. You play them in your power base, which is going to be explained properly in the next video. But basically you have 4 slots to place your power cards, and it's all about, like I said before, it's like a game of chess. You think 7 steps ahead, placing power cards down. So this example, first example, is called Destroyer, an amazing card to have. So this power card can destroy any other power cards, land cards, and equip cards. So it's focused on those dreaded tactic cards. So your opponent might have an amazing plan going, and you're struggling right now. So placing this down in your power base, wait for your next turn, and then release this power. You can destroy whatever they're using on their side. Now again, you could destroy something that is face down that you can't see, or you might have something that you can see and you just need to get out of the game. So this is a great saving grace. Destroyer, one card to definitely look out for in the packs when I do eventually release them. So another thing is morale boost. Now, the reason why I've showed these 2 as examples is I've already mentioned that you have only 4 slots in your power base. Once it's full, basically you need to either get rid of them, which you kind of don't want to discard. You kind of want to use these power cards. That's why they're there in the first place. So if I use Destroyer, it says discard after use. Boom. So then you free up a slot, which is great. But there's certain cards, certain power cards, that remain on your power slot. Now, you only know if it doesn't say discard after use, it just means it stays. So, Morale Boost is a great card. Releasing this power gives all your AFROCHIBIs an attack and HP stat boost by 20. Alright, so for cards such as that guy who has no equip slots. So, this is a card that you can't equip anything to, and your opponent can't equip anything to. He's just what he is. He is that guy. So having stuff to improve their stats that doesn't require equipping, like Morale Boost, is a great tool to kind of boost their HP and attack. That guy is scary anyway as it is. He might not need any boost because he has the perfect stats in the game so far with 500 by 500. So, but for other cards, this is a great tool to have. So yeah. Thank you for watching the video. Please comment, let me know who your favorite cards are currently right now, any other AFROCHIBIs that you want to see. Also, what type of tactic cards do you want to see as well in the game? There is a lot of tactic cards. There's 50 in total, and I've done 50 AFROCHIBIs for set 1, and I'm currently working on set 2, but I've got a design, as you can see here, I'm designing the images as well as we speak. So yeah, just let me know what you think. Comment, subscribe, like, do what you gotta do. Let's build the community. And yeah, so thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Peace.